Hello, coming up on today's Retro Robin Show, we're going back to basics. No, I'm not going to tell you how to program in BASIC, because BASIC by its very nature is, well, basic. It's not too hard to learn. You just need a little bit of patience and perseverance. No, we're going to have a look at some basic games which were as good to play as those that were coded. Maybe a little bit slower, but some are really addictive and quite good. Trust me, you'll like it. Plus, ever wanted to save in Hyperload, but you haven't got the coding skills to do it? I've got a hack for that. A way you can save your own Hyperload basic programs if you like. And lots of other hacks as well. So, join me next on the Retro Robin Show. It's a good one, I promise. You'll be interested. Hey! Titles time! Oh, hello, welcome to the Retro Robin Show. Today, the show is entitled Back to Basics. But it's not a show about the programming of basics, which is something I'm reasonably good at. I'm reasonably good at certain things as well, but unfortunately, I'm not the greatest at coding. A bit late in the day for me to start learning, I think. No, not really. I did learn quite a bit, it's just that you forget over the passage of time, don't you? Well, what's the show about? I'll tell you more now. We're going to have a look at some cracking basic games. One or two of these were suggested by certain people on different Facebook groups. Thank you very much for your input. It's always welcome in the Retro Robin Show. And of course we'll be seeing more about something I left you hanging there the other day on saving Hyperload. Ooh, or saving really fast programs. If you're not a coder, and you wouldn't have had a clue how to do it, there were ways for us people who are good at basic programming to cheat, and the one main way of cheating was to nick some code. We'll go more into that later on, and also we'll talk about Albert Einstein's doing another tutorial on coding on Sunday. I'm sorry, Jim Badley, sorry. Normally it's every 2 weeks, but this week he's going to put one on Sunday as well. And if you're into that sort of thing and you don't want to see E equals MC squared or that, you'd rather see FFFE or LD, you know, in hexadecimal language or assembly language, then that might be the show for you too. I think he's going into graphics this week, I'm not sure. Never mind, he always does good sprites though, doesn't he? I like the sprite editor on the Next. Can't wait to get mine to try that out. And of course when I do get mine, I'll do a show about it for you. So, today's show, Back to Basics, it's about the basic games. And we're going to start by loading one. Oh yes, from the old tape file. So, without hanging about too much, let me just plug my trusty cassette tape in. Oh, I'll show you my trusty cassette tape, shall I? I have to unplug it. Here it is. Ta-da! I love this one. Probably needs a recap. You know, them caps are older than me. Older than the cap that I'm wearing. Hey! Okay. And to the first game, this one I'm going to... Oh, let me just get rid of that off the screen. This one I'm going to show you now. Good thing about basic games is... Did I rewind the tape? You know, it helps if I rewind the tape before I start the program, isn't it, eh? No, not me. Don't plan these things, just do it on the spur. Everything I do, just on the spur. I haven't been able to click my fingers like that for ages. Oh, feels good. Right, so let's load the first basic game. This one's my favourite and it's called Burger Bar. Why is it my favourite? Because for a basic game, I think it's brilliant. Don't worry about that, he's going to listen to it. I hope. Why don't you hear me? Oh, it is. Turn the volume up helps. 8 out of memory. Oh, I know what I've done there. I know what I've done there, sorry. I've been doing a little bit of cheating and coding and poking, and I've left it in the memory, and of course the CLR statement has said I haven't got enough room to fit this program in, but this is a show that I just do like that, so what the hell, let's bring it on. Okay, so you can load now. There's the game, Burger Bar. I need my drink. I'm maxed out. It's the only drink for me. Pepsi Max, love it. and any minute now it'll load. Why is it so good? I'll tell you why. Because it's addictive and it's very playable. And if you want to compete with people and challenge somebody, load this game up, see if they can beat your high score. It's not immensely difficult. It has a little bit of unfairness about it, the way they can jump down the ladders. The keys are on the screen, which is 9, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit because today it's about the screen. I want you to all see clearly what's on there. 9, 2 and O and oh sorry, 0 W. What is it? Yeah, there you go. So left, right, and that. Okay, press any key, and this is the game. I don't know if you can hear the sound very well. And effectively, you've just got to walk. It's almost like a real early platformer. Click those things, you get points for those. But you get points when you walk over those. And those, they sort of like homing in on you. If you look, if you stay there, they'll drop down the ladder and they'll follow you. So, there we go. Oh, and there you go. And my score was 50. I'm better than that. And that's it. But then you say, like, who's going to beat that score? And remember, this is a basic game. No code involved whatsoever. The only data in it is for the graphics itself. We can live with that. Instantly starts every time, so you've got to be quick. Oh, he's going to come down that ladder now, so we go up that ladder. You can crush them as well, by the way, look. But it serves no purpose, because if you... it just puts them back at the top and they're able to get you. And I've already beat my score from the last one. I'm up to nearly 75, I think. If you do them individually, you get more score, but you can do them all in one go as well. It's a pretty good game, isn't it, for a basic game? Very addictive, you'll be surprised. Very well done. So let's have a look. There's the game itself. All basic. Very addictive. And quite a decent length, you know, quite a bit of code being put in there. So let's move on to the next basic game of the day. And I've saved all these at the end, and we're going to go for this one, Munchman. There's no code in this, but he has put a poke in so you can't break into it, which I can do, but I ain't going to tell you. We'll go super slow mode, because even slow mode's fast. And it's your basic Pac-Man game, but you can tell a basic program, can't you, by the way it's a little bit jerky. And there was loads of basic programs on this way. And of course you've got to be quick on the keys, because obviously with it not being coded, it's a bit unresponsive. That's game number 2. Let's go to game number 3. Oh, you like this one as well. Classic one for you. City Bomber. Now that's pretty good. There's some time spent in doing the graphics there. Skill level, well, I'm an expert at it, so I'm going to go 5. If you believe I press 5, you're gullible. Enter level of waves. Oh, well, I don't understand that. There's only one key, which is great for me. Can't get confused. Any key you like just drops a bomb. And effectively, you know the score here. You've just got to bomb them buildings down so you can land. And each time you go past, your plane gets lower and lower and lower, and it's very colourfully done. It's quite a fun game. It's addictive. It's simple. Yeah, you can follow your high score if you like it, or always remember your high score, so the next time round you can see if you can beat it and better it. Simple, basic, but brilliant, isn't it? So what is your favourite basic game? Do you agree with these so far? Are these some of the cream of the crop? You know, I could be playing this all day. I know it seems mad, doesn't it? You know, you've got the likes of Jet Set Willy, Manic Miner, and Head Over Heels. Amorosi, which is one of my favourites. But this one just, it's addictive, and I'm going to crash because I'm trying to concentrate on talking, playing and looking at the screen at the same time. Quick bit of a jerky action. As you see, I've just crashed and there's a big bang there. Let's have a look at another game that's basic but brilliant. I could have broke that and showed you the program, couldn't I? And this one was suggested, so I had to try it out. Derby Day 1982. Oh, the colours are going to do there. Okay. It takes a little bit of while to get into because obviously with basic it takes a little bit slower at thinking. Yeah. Poor tune at the fantastic bleeper sound in full effect. Woo, we love it. Trying to get Dan to do it. You can hear our type playing in the background. Right then, let's go and press a key. We're going to do it for fun. Indeed we are. Okay, L is pounds, P is pencil, is it? Okay. Okay, you have chosen pence. I know. How many players? Just me. Wants to know my name. This is correct. Of course it is. I should know my own name by now, shouldn't I? Get ready for the first race. And then you get that. Doesn't he look a little bit like Honest Harry from Millionaire? That's a game. Part of it's basic and there's a bit of code. There's a few games like that that are part basic and a bit of code. Millionaire is one of them. Battle Cars from... oh, who did Battle Cars? No, part of it's basic and, you know. Valhalla, an adventure game. Part of it's basic, but there is some code there as well. So there's a few games like that that have got the best of both worlds. I think Valhalla was a wicked adventure, text adventure game, wasn't it? Love that. It's a real atmosphere to it. Trying to think who did Battle Cars. Oh my life. Games Workshop. That was it. Wicked. Because I could break into that and let M equal as much money as I like. Because that's what M was. He was so predictable. They didn't try and hide the fact. And then you could, with Battle Car designers, build the most invincible car you like. With oils and grenades dropped and all sorts. And laser cannons and everything. Battle Cars was a fantastic game. Imagine if that had been an all-code game, how much further they could have gone. Brilliant game. There's one for you to try. I'm going to give that a hidden gem. I used to love playing Battle Cars. But we're going on about this game now. We're just going to show you it in action. You okay? Okay. I want to see the race now. Okay. So I'm just going to get the race started. Figure it out. Takes its time thinking, doesn't it? No, 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 no. Shut up, Wayne. Okay. Come on, hurry up. I want to race. Enter a horse. Okay. Okay. That's it. Ah, we get to watch the racing now. No more bets, please. Let's start racing. And this is basic. Look at it. Look at the little graphics. Isn't it quite good for a basic game? Can be quite fun when you get into it, to be honest. Took me a long time to learn. So there's your basics. What was your favourite basic game? Please leave me some comments. I'll have a look at them and perhaps feature them in a further show. Coming up on the Retro Robin show in the future, we'll do some more demo Hall of Fame greatnesses. We've got 2 more picked out, a couple of gems there for you. And we'll do some more Crash reviews. But in the meantime, what I forgot to tell you last time in my previous show. You want to know how to save hyperload games or fast loading games without knowing how to code it to do it? I've got a little cheat for that. I've got a lot of cheats for everything. There was a little program in Sinclair User actually where you could save your own type of loading screen at different speeds, and you could have the attributes from top to bottom, bottom to top, random if you like, and left and right. You could have the borders blacked out while it was loading, or you could have multicolour. And I used to use that for saving the screen string, but then I used to have to load the second bit of code to save the hyperload because I wasn't that good at coding back in them days, so I didn't know how to do it, couldn't figure it out. But I was okay at BASIC, and I was good at, because just like that bomber game, those are the sort of games that I was able to program in BASIC. So yeah, so let's have a look. What's the cheat? Let me break this and I'll show you. Right, I'm gonna reset this for you, and now it's a bit loud, wasn't it? Eh? No, that was never the music to our type, was it? That's just Dave Boy saying with a walkthrough in the background on one of the channels of it. So, where did I find a way to save my own hyperload programs? I used to do this to stop people loading my games because they didn't know how to use it, but I did. Right, I'll show you. I discovered this, and I had to find out where the code starts. The code starts at 64036 on the address. And it'll be on. Is this thing working? Hold on a minute, we have Houston, we have a problem. Oh, it's playing according to this. Pause. Why is it not playing here? Oh, oops. Where have I gone wrong? Where have I gone wrong? Where have I gone wrong? Oh, I know what I've done. Oh, I can hear it, but it's not coming through. These shows, they get harder every time I do them. Let's reset the computer. Boom, that's better. Right. Mic in, good. Ah, got it, we fixed it. Right. Let's try again, shall we? Hopefully now you'll see this load. This is the game Critical Mass. Not the normal load version, this is the hyperload version. Why? Because this is the way we got round it. We nicked code. How did we nick the code? Well, fortunately this one did all the hard work for us. And it will be a red and blue border as it loads. And this is where it loads the screen string, which is going to be hyperload, and it's really fast. You won't be able to see it load that bit, but oh, you will. It comes up, doesn't it? This one. This is the screen area being loaded, and it'll come down. It's got a cracking logo as and you can see the bottom attributes, and now all of a sudden, sorry, the bottom graphics coming in, the attributes coming down, and there's the screen, and that's that part. Remember. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to choose stop, break. Stop that. Right. Simply, because you've got the code loaded, if you know where the code starts, remember to use the CLR statement at 64000 and then load speech code. You can save the code from that. It's that to the end of the address, 65535. Once you load the code of this, save the code bit at the end. Why? Because you can do this. Right, if you let L equal, oops, USR 64036 Hang on, I've got to look at the screen. 64036. Then save speech. Didn't look good, did it? Family show. Oh, we lost me for that. What's this now? I'm going to save this in Hyperload. And you can tell it's vast, right? I used to save all my basic programs Hyperload by just using that statement. And then what I do is I have a start of the program and I put one load speech, one CLR 6400, right? 3 zeros. Load speech code, right? Stop. And then of course I knew once that was in the memory, if I wanted to load any of my basic programs, I just have to type, because they was all saved Hyperload, I have to type let L equal USR 64036 load speech and whatever program wants speech. And of course I could get so much more on the tape because they was fastly saved of all the basic little programs I used to try and do. So yeah, so what we do is new that. And if you notice, it's a fast new because it's not deleting the code at the end of the machine. It's not deleting the machine code. It's just deleting. It's just new in your basic area. Right, and I'm going to go for let L equal USR 64036 load speech screen string, right? And we need to just wait a few minutes while I get past the main part of the program. Need to just turn that AY sound off a second. And then if you can hear that. And if you notice, the border's now flashing blue and black. And you can change that as well if you know where the code's located. And if you have it black and black, then you've got a blacked out border, or white and white, or whited out border. And this is the screen. So by nicking that code from Critical Mass, I then had a program to save anything I like Hyperload. Clever, wasn't it? But that's the way we work our way around these things when we didn't have the knowledge to program in code language, you know. So yeah, but that's what I was going on about. And of course, let's stop that there. There's the screen string. If I press break, we're going to lose the bottom two lines there. But as long as that's on the screen, you can save whatever program you've got in Hyperload. You can load whatever program you've got in Hyperload, and as long as you've got a good tape recorder that was okay to record, that was a quick way around it. So yeah, nicked the code from Critical Mass. Well, not nicked it, we borrowed it. We're not nicking the game, I actually bought the game. Yeah, so, because I was a bit worried about that £100 reward thing that people was going on for piracy as kids. Lock me up, take me away, I'm guilty. No, I didn't do it, honest. Only for Saboteur. Oops. Confession is good for the soul. Oh, well, you know, I was a poor kid, you know, didn't have much money. I had my brothers hand me down on clothes and stuff like that, you know. Not good, because all my brothers were bigger than me, and so my clothes were like tents. And that's it. Listen, I hope you've enjoyed the content of today's show. Something slightly different than normal, but a little bit educational. I'm going to try and find out that program I got from Sinclair User for saving screen stream the way it is. We can have a bit of fun with that later on. Hopefully you're going to do a bit more soldering. I'm planning to refurbish the Grey Case Spectrum Plus 2 tape player. That means I'm going to take it apart, recap it, clean it up, put a little bit of grease here, there and everywhere that needs to go. The right type of grease, of course, just so it all runs smoothly, because its cogs are a bit old. It's got a bit more wow and flutter than it needs. Not that we're playing music through it, we're playing games, it doesn't matter so much, but the clearer you can make it, the more chance your games are going to be able to load first time, or second time, or third time, or fourth time, or fifth time, or sixth time. You get the message, you know what I mean. Thank you for watching. For me, Wayne Retro Robbins, have a nice working week and weekend. Bye for now.